Masters of war. You that build the big guns. You that build the death planes. You that build all the bombs. You had behind the big guns. You that build the death planes. You that build all the bombs. You had behind walls guns. You that build the death planes. You that build all the bombs. You don't have to take it no more. You know the rich, they always want more. Keep the rich. Big guns. You that build the death planes. You that build all the bombs. Masters of war. You that build the big guns. You that build the death planes. You that build all the bombs. You had behind walls. You that build the death planes. You that build all the bombs. You that build the death planes. You that build all the bombs. You that build the death planes. You that build all the bombs. You had behind walls. You that build the death planes. You that build all the bombs. You that build the death planes. You that build all the bombs. You had behind walls.
United States is still the greatest purveyor of violence. As we had witnessed, Ukraine could not continue its war with Russia without US support. Israel could not do its Gaza genocide for 15 months without bombs and planes supplied by United States. We are here to remind our congressmen and senators that we need to stop these wars. We need to join the Nuclear Weapons Ban Treaty. After the event, some of us will be delivering our demands to the two senators' offices here, Senator Alex Padilla and Adam Schiff, and Jim Costa's office. In 1985, Reagan and Gorbachev agreed that a nuclear war cannot be won and it must never be fought. At that time, the 5 nuclear states, USA, USSR, China, France, and United Kingdom, agreed to that statement that it should never be fought, and they agreed that they will reduce the risk of war and reduce the nuclear weapons. Unfortunately, some of our politicians and many of our leaders in Pentagon think they can win a limited nuclear war. It is asinine. There is no such thing as a limited nuclear war. When a nuclear war starts, it is the end of our civilization. Thank you. Now we have current board member and past president of Peace Fresno, Camille Russell, who will talk to us about the doomsday clock.
We have this wonderful model right here that represents the doomsday clock. So as you can see, that's where it is right now. But as I speak, Ken Hudson is going to help us by moving the hands to make it show where it has been in other places during the nuclear age. The doomsday clock is a metaphorical representation of how close humanity is to self-destruction. It was created in 1947 for the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists that was inspired by discussions among scientists who had worked on the Manhattan Project that created the first bomb. They were extremely concerned about the urgent need to control nuclear weapons. The clock uses the imagery of a countdown to midnight to convey the urgency of threats of a nuclear war, which will end the destruction of life on Earth as we know it. That's all life on Earth. Within just a few months or years, all of the planet's animals and people, everything we know here that's part of our environment will be destroyed. The clock's original setting in 1947 was 7 seconds to midnight. Oops. Not seconds. 7 seconds. Fiddlesticks. 7 minutes to midnight. Okay, that was when it was first created. That means in 7 minutes, a nuclear bomb will explode, beginning events that will end life. It has since been moved backward and forward many times. The farthest time it was 17 minutes to midnight in 1991 when the Soviet Union collapsed. Due to wars and geopolitical crises in many parts of the world, the clock has been moving closer and closer to midnight, and now it is at 89 seconds to midnight. The closest that it has ever been. Just yesterday, the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists made their annual report and moved the doomsday clock to that position of 89 seconds.
Hello. So yeah, here's the sign about what Camille just said. I am Teresa. I'm the branch chair of WILF, Women's International League for Peace and Freedom. And we have a disarm committee that it's a national committee as well as local. You can join a WILF group, us locally. You can join the national group. You can join Back from the Brink. You can join ICANN. You can do it on your own. What we need are voices, and the voices aren't there. If we had, I believe the statistics is something like 3.5% of our population. That's very small. If we had that many people letting our representatives know that we disapprove of something, we will have change happen. That's very low. The few of us know people, we can expand this. I don't need to keep saying why. We all know why. That's why you're here today. Pick up information, it's at the table, and see what you can do.
Hi, everyone. Whoops. As Dan said, I'm Ann Merrill with Peace Fresno.
Get close to the mic.
And I will be leading you today in our No War, No Nuclear Weapons DieIN. So a DieIN is a form of nonviolent public protest. We are here to dramatize the horrors of war and nuclear annihilation by lying down upon the cardboard mats as if we were corpses. Or you can sit in a chair and slump over the table or stand with your head bowed, whatever works with you. So, we are here to demand that Trump and Congress stop the wars, genocide, and the threat of nuclear weapons. It's time to join with over half of the countries in the world and sign the treaty to ban nuclear weapons. And there's more information about that on the table, along with other steps the U.S. can take to make the world a safer place. Our government acts as if it's possible to win a limited nuclear war. We are spending hundreds of billions of dollars to upgrade the U.S. nuclear arsenal, while the nuclear weapons we already have are enough to blow up the world several times over. And the U.S. practices nuclear war games with NATO, where many of our intercontinental ballistic missiles with nuclear warhead capabilities are stationed. As if we can win a nuclear war. But nuclear weapons are not ordinary weapons. Modernizing our nuclear weapons does not make us safer. It only promotes the perception that a nuclear war can be fought and won. And that is a false narrative. With our launch on warning policy, an intercontinental ballistic missile, once launched, intentionally or by accident, can't be redirected or recalled. As long as there are nuclear weapons, there is a risk of nuclear war. It can happen in a few short minutes. So the details for the DieIN are pretty basic. First, I will move the hands of the doomsday clock to midnight, and then there will be a nuclear attack siren will go off, indicating that the catastrophic end of the world as we know it is upon us. At which point, everybody turns into a corpse and we fall to the ground. So we have some mats there, there's mats over there, I got a couple mats here, whatever you want to grab, kind of get ready to grab them at that time and find your sweet spot on the ground. As we lie on the ground, there will be a moment of silence as we contemplate our annihilation. Then there will be music to uplift our souls. And finally, we will rise up chanting, "No war, no nukes." All right. And now, as the world engages in the unimaginable war and genocide and hovers on the brink of nuclear disaster, the doomsday clock strikes midnight.
I want to thank Fresno Peace Coalition for sponsoring and helping us organize, helping Peace Fresno organize the event. We will be taking a letter which specify our demands. Those demands are end war in Ukraine, stop military aid to Israel, and join the nuclear weapons ban treaty. So some of us will be going to Senators Adam Schiff and Alex Padilla's office and Jim Costa's office. Thank you.
I think you will find when you get that it's cold. All the money you made will not buy back your soul.